Alright. So I know the lighting's bad. Got the light behind me, but I think this is the most comfortable seat to do this in. And the sound is probably not going to be the best either because I've got the aircon going and the fan going. And well, necessary evils because today was just off the charts for my experience. Okay, like Darwin would probably, people up in Darwin will probably laugh at us in Brisbane. I don't know. But today was the humidity. You could see the humidity in the air. It was that humid. All right, and you could feel it just weighing down on you. You could feel the weight of the humidity. It was that humid and hot, and then the heat would heat the humidity up. Not enough to bake it, but enough to just. It's like I was being slowly boiled all day. I'd actually set this all up yesterday to do a video yesterday on my weekend, and I didn't get around to it. I think I got stuck watching a YouTube video. So I'll cover that. But this is also a third. I guess I want to do a third attempt on my dream last night. Because, man, that was some powerful shit. That was a powerful dream. Very interesting. So I'll get to that later. I'll start with my weekend, which is starting to fade out on me a little bit. It's a little bit scary, to be honest. Like, I'll have a weekend, and even something that I know is like, okay, this was one of my most memorable weekends in a long time. I got a lot done, had a lot of fun, I did a lot of things, and I did a lot of things, and I was just worn thin, which that can sometimes happen when I just overextend myself, and I wear myself thin by trying to do too much in a weekend. Trying to cram all the life into the weekend. So I look weird. I'm looking at myself on this. Fair enough. It was a good, solid weekend. So Dad came over and we went to Parkrun. David didn't go because he was on call. So I just walked Parkrun with Dad. He's a bit older and he's unfit, so he didn't want to do more than a walk. He had a big walk and a big talk, so we enjoyed that. Well, I enjoyed it. It was nice to have Dad there, and I get the feeling Dad enjoyed it. After we finished, though, big moment. I'm not quite sure how big, but it feels like a bit of a moment. Pulled Dad up on something that I'd noticed he'd been doing a fair bit. And again, one of those things that once you pick up on it, you realize how long it's been going on. And and it sort of made me realize why I have difficulty talking to my dad. Picked up on that whenever I would go to speak and talk about something that, it was my turn to contribute to a conversation and bring something up or whatever, Dad would just get distracted and start talking about something else, something completely irrelevant, just something in the surroundings. So he'd have something to say, he'd be talking, and then I'd be like, yeah, and then I want to add to it, and he'd be like, oh, look at this sign here. Oh, that's interesting. That's not out here. I was like, what? Like, what the fuck? You know, like I was just talking. So I think it happened about 3 times. I picked up on it and I let it go, and I think I let it go another time. But third time, yeah, and this is my big moment because this is not something that something I'd probably just keep with me and bitch about later, maybe make a YouTube video about it. But yeah, it just felt right, and I brought it up, and I think I brought it up very well. I said, Dad, you realize every time I go to speak, you get distracted and you start talking about something else, which for me, most irritating part for me is that it's like he interrupts me to speak about something irrelevant and get distracted. It's not like he just gets distracted and stops listening. He will interrupt me to do it. It's very frustrating. I said, you notice you're doing this? He's like, yeah, sorry about that. And I know you shouldn't say it's okay, but I did. I'm just like, it's okay. Just I didn't. It was, a bit of a baby step, and very important baby step. I didn't want to. I said it's okay. I didn't really want to. It's one of those things. Was like, hey, and then for them to go, hey, yeah, sorry about that. Then that's not something I'm like, yeah, well, don't let it happen again. I'm not gonna. He's my dad too, but it's good sportsmanship, I guess. I don't know, like something like that. So that happened. Then Dad went off to church after we brought him home and all that. That reminds me, I've got to make a parkrun account. So Dad went off to church, and I watched some YouTube. I got in contact with Kai. He came home because I asked him to come home so he can grab his bike and take it out to Rihanna so I could do my riding lesson. But he wanted to go out to the shops as well, so I was like, yeah, cool, of course. And I think I got my shopping done. Wait, I was going to get my shopping done. Didn't. We went to the butcher's? Yeah, we went to the butcher's. So, where did we go? Before we went to the butcher's, I went somewhere. It was Workwear World. That's what happened. I went and got my boots. So, finally, I've been saving up in my Smile account. See me smiling. And my first goal was my boots. I wanted new boots because the work ones just don't cut it. I always have sore feet. So I wanted to buy new, good quality boots, saved up. I didn't spend money I shouldn't have. I saved up for them and I went and bought them. So I'm very proud of myself for that. I did well. I bought the blue steel ones, size 11. I might have been able to do 10.5. I don't know, but I made sure I was like size 11 so I can hopefully fit in the inserts, which I've done that. Make something of a difference. I think it's a matter of bedding them in or wearing them in, and yeah, that'll be good. Already, my feet feel less bruised, aching, and sore. They still are, but not to the degree that they were yesterday. Without the inserts and before I got my new boots. So that's what I did. I got my new boots, then took Kyle to the butcher's. He got his meat for his things he's doing. Then we got home, watched some YouTube, and then Dad came over and took me for a ride. We all went to Rihanna's place. So I drove my car to Rihanna's place because I didn't trust myself in traffic on a bike. And Dad took me up to Canungra on the bike, and I rode his bike, he rode Kyle's. And then from Canungra, we went up to O'Reilly's. It was a beautiful drive. Beautiful ride, sorry. It was really good. I enjoyed it, and I really appreciated that Dad did that for me. He took it very seriously too, with me being his learner rider. And I really I appreciate or enjoy. I know the right word is here, but it's good. It was a good thing. It's a good feeling that I made progress on something I've been wanting to do for many years now. So hopefully I get to do that again this weekend. Make some more progress on that, and not just have a one-off thing. That'd be, disappointing. So then after that, I went to Dad's place, and Andrea was there. And this is what has really annoyed me. Is one thing I pulled Dad up on it, and he recognized it, he acknowledged it, and said sorry. And then I'm there, and I noticed Andrea doing it, and not just a little bit, but it was almost like she was actively doing it. It wasn't even like she's getting distracted. It would be I would start talking, or I'd be halfway through talking, and she would loudly and definitely just start talking to Dad about something different. And after a few times of this, I'm just like, yeah, okay, all right. I'm biting my tongue with Andrea because I'm a bit unsure about that. And I know she got a little bit aggro when I showed her some there's some video I got from work, a chick with the top off and all that. And I did this another time I was there, and I was showing Dad some funny porn things, and then I was showing her. I don't know. I think I got under her skin, and I showed her in the sense that, well, it's like, I don't know what our relationship is like there, but she seemed to go with it the first time, and then Saturday night she just got really aggro about it. It's like, some fucking slut or some hoe or whatever, some ugly hoe. I was like, wow, that's okay. There's something of a reaction there, and that's when I started. So I'm wondering if that was the case. That's the reason why she started being extremely rude to me. And I mean, I know showing a woman porn stuff it's a lack of class, I suppose. And if that was it, okay, I understand why she might be, have been angry or upset, and that was the way she was taking it out. Still, nonetheless, I feel like I had the right, and I probably could have stood up and said something. I should have, maybe, and said, "No, don't. This is rude. All right, I don't like this. You're very well within your rights to not like me. I shouldn't have shown you these things, and well within your rights to say, hey, don't show me this shit. Fair enough. And I would do the right thing, and I would I understand and I apologize. Okay. Yeah, her actions were two wrongs that make a right. Anyway, after that, Sunday. What did I do Sunday? I got a whole heap of shit. I had to get my washing done. Had to get my laundry done. Get my shopping done. Get my meal prep done. Get my clothes prep done. All really quickly because I had to be at Louis by like fucking 11, and it turned out I got there by 12 or something. Ugh. And we went to play pool afterwards, and I'm not really sure I like being around Louis when he's been drinking. He's got a very condescending manner about him. And he doesn't like that a white guy has respect. That's what it feels like. He doesn't like that, or that, here I am, I'm some nerd, and I'm up on a dominance hierarchy. He doesn't like it. It's like, because he's obviously bigger and tougher than I am. So, so that was uncomfortable. Other than that, it was a good day out. I went to watch the UFC fights at the pub, and we went to play pool. A bunch of guys from work, so that was very fun. And I did enjoy winning pool. That's good. Don't remember too much about Monday, anything notable? It was hot. Not as hot as today, but it was still hot. It's been a fucking hot couple of days. Oh yeah, Sunday night after coming home from pool, it was a blackout. I was a bit worried about the fridges and all that. Anyway, all that done with, this leaves me sort of maybe 15 minutes for my dream. So, about my dream, listening to a lot of Jordan Peterson talk about Jung. I think I might have seen some other things like with the shadow work and whatnot. I've been thinking about getting in touch with my dreams, or getting in touch with the rest of me, I suppose. I mean, I really understand what JP understand what JP talks about, where it's like you're not just you. You know, I'm not just me. I'm like a hierarchy, or I'm a like the me, the I is just like the tip of the iceberg, or the tip of the fucking hierarchy, the pyramid, right? Whereas I'm built up of, and everyone is, a whole bunch of sub personalities. You know, you're not just you. You're also the you when you're feeling angry, when you're enraged, right? That's a personality of yours that comes to the fore when you are enraged, and that personality, it sees the world. All right, it has its own intelligence. It has its own goals, and ways of viewing, and its own ways of viewing the world, its own lens. All right, and that's not just like a completely separate from you, and then it's in control when you're enraged. It's also, it's part of you. It makes up part of you, of the I that is the you that's in control. Very interesting stuff, right? So I understand this very well. I'm trying not to say this resonates with me. It fucking feels cliche to me. I've said it a lot, and I've heard it a lot. So, but it fucking resonates with me. All right, it's understandable, and it makes sense, and I can see how this is, and it helps me. It really helps me understand myself. So I was looking at getting in touch with my dreams, and one of the examples JP had given was a woman who could lucid dream and outright asked the characters in her dreams like what they had to tell her, and they would tell her, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing, and maybe that's learnable. And I had watched another video about how to lucid dream. I know there's a lot of videos about how to lucid dream. It's something I intended to look into, because as I'm trying to understand myself, I'm thinking, well, I started looking outwards, but not outwards as a means to escape from looking inwards. I started off with looking outwards at the reflections of myself. All right, and I did it a little bit manually, and this is interesting because I mentioned this, and then it made me realize, okay, so I started doing this manually by asking people, hey, what am I like? I think the opposite of manually in this situation is not automatically. It's to do it without forcing it. Okay, woo, way, woo, woo, way, woo, way. All right. Try to not try, do by not doing. All right. So I still want to look out, and I still want to do it manually, but I also want to add to that the not manually way of looking out, of looking at reflections. So instead of just only asking people, hey, tell me about myself, allow me to view my reflection in you, okay? But to do it without asking, to do it by observing other people and observing how my actions, my reactions, my lack of actions affect people. And it looks like I'm at 20 minutes, so my dream itself, if I get to my dream, it's going to have to be another video. I can't add it into this one. So, but I'll keep on this at the moment. So that's looking out. And I've also realized I need to look inwards. A lot of people look out as a way of avoiding from going in. I started looking out, hadn't really, I knew I need to look in, but I guess looking outwards is the most obvious place to start with, I guess. Okay. I notice a lot of people focus on the outwards, not to see their reflections, but to avoid looking inwards. They don't want to see the reflections really that much either. All right. At least, they'd love to see their reflection on Facebook. Put out the best. So, an interesting example of the not manual seeing the reflection. Talking to Ken today, it seemed very positive. I seem to have been a very positive influence on him, and he thanked me for. He wasn't very specific, but he said, something I said really helped him. He's been feeling really down, really bad, and whatever. So whatever I said, I'm glad I did, but that gives me a positive reflection. And I don't just want to see positive reflections, all right? I can't grow if all I see is, hey, you're doing great. So, anyway, so focus on my dreams. It's been many years since I've been out, had consistent dreaming. Right? I don't know if I've ever really been a consistent dreamer. Every once in a while, there'll be something big where you're like, okay, that was different. That was interesting or weird or just, surreal. It was like, okay, yeah. And it sort of sticks with me. But most of the time, either I just forget them very easily or I don't even recall a dream at all. And that might just be the lack of sleeping I've survived on for so long. So looking inwards, I'd considered getting in touch with my dreams. What was the other thing? What I was just thinking about the other day, I think it was yesterday. This will lead up to the other cause of my dream. Well, I believe there's another cause of my dream. Started thinking about a reply to Tess. I had asked her to not message me anymore, and she flat out just ignored that. She continued messaging me, and so I just ignored her messages. And then, for some reason, a compassionate heart or whatever, I looked at her messages again. I had to look through them. I see. I see a woman who's realised she's in trouble. At least she's beginning to realise. And I'm sad for her. Maybe that's why it's so hard for me to just cut her off and completely ignore her. Because that compassionate heart, I have to control it, but I can't. It doesn't go away, and that doesn't change my stance. So, turns out Sunday, I didn't get it till Monday morning. I didn't realize. So Sunday, she sent me a message. It said, "I miss you so much, it hurts." And Monday, I was just trying to think of a response. Do I continue to ignore her? Do I respond? What do I say? Do I just say, "Hey, stop messaging me. Stop it. You know, give it up. Fuck off." You know, do I be mean? Do I just like, and that's, I don't know. Sort of, I got the sense that it's like there's so much I could say. There's so much there is to say that I want to say. But again, JP says it best: don't cast pearls before swine. I kept doing that when I was with her, and she can't appreciate any of my wisdom. All right. What I said to Ken today was, you know, I saw this coming. Saw this coming the whole time, and in my head I'm saying, this is you are making a bed you do not want to lie in. All right, you're gonna have to lie in it. She made her bed, and I can't lie in it with her. Okay, look at that. Fat face, you. You got a big head. Anyway, so once I realized that, with the so much to say, and then I started thinking from the different personalities, from the different sub-personalities' points of view. Idea I got from Fight Club. So I started thinking, in terms of like a letter to Tess from I am Jesse's compassionate heart, and what he would say to her, and I am Jesse's cold reason, and I'm Jesse's rage or hate, and what he would say to her. And I am Jesse's child. He was possibly the one personality that was nice to her. Well, others were less harsh. Some were just, kind but serious. Like I am Jesse's white knight, and he wants to save her, like he always will. But he's more experienced. He's started to learn, from reflection. He's learned. He's taken a look at his armor that just got the shit kicked out of it. Right, and he's realized that you're not someone that can be saved. And she's not someone that's worth saving. And he hates it. I'm Jesse's beast. And he needs a translator. I also thought in terms of I am Jesse's divine father, and I am Jesse's divine mother. Those were interesting personalities. It was an interesting little fantasy for a bit. And I'm not sure at what point the fantasy became a reality. It became a real thing. It also became a tool. Like a diagnostic pattern or a sequence of checks. A tool with which to be able to think from different points of view, to truly think. That's fascinating. It's really good. I'm going to stop it here because I've got 30 minutes and I don't want to lose the video.